Hello, Cancer. This is Alex, and I'm here to bring you your weekly love reading. I hope you guys are doing well. Just as a reminder, I'm here every Thursday night from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Time for a live stream for $5 Q&A where you can ask and receive answers to any questions you may have. All right, I hope you guys are doing well and taking care of yourselves. Let's see what God, angels, and universe has in store for my lovely Cancers. And you guys have shown up in your own reading with the Chariot card. All right, all right. Are you trying to make a decision on whether to allow somebody into your space and place, and whether to... it almost even feels like drop your guards, you know, kind of allow somebody into your heart space, your personal space, your, yeah, especially with the Eight of Swords there. You know, I know that's a card that represents, of course, you're in your head. You may not be able to see a solution to a problem at hand, but, you know, is this, all right, there we go with the Four of Wands. But is this something, again, I kind of feel like this is something you guys may be deliberating about on whether or not, again, to open up, drop your guards, let someone into your heart, you know, to let someone into your personal space. And I don't mean, of course, I don't mean that physically, of course. All right, we got the Nine of Pentacles. And I think that's the only card that fell out. So we got the Nine of Pentacles. Oh, Five of Wands. Yeah, this is somebody you've been battling with, and you could have perhaps cut them off. Cut them off, block them. Because it just kind of felt like they were in it for self. Those could be the signs that you guys are dealing with right now. Of course, let's see what the tarot, what else the tarot has to say before we actually get started with the full read. And you see yourself showing up again, Cancer, with the Chariot there. And we're ending it with the Ace of Pentacles. So it looks like, especially in the end, you may not necessarily know how it's going to end, you know, what it's going to happen, what's going to happen. You may not want to make this decision outright. You may be looking for some sort of spiritual information, some nod from the universe and saying, yes, go ahead, no, don't, you know, you're allowed to proceed, you know, this personal, you know, they'll kind of level out eventually. I kind of feel like, again, I always say to people, sometimes if you don't know what decision to make, don't make any decision at all. Because we always have to remember that, you know, the universe is in the ultimate control, source energy, God, whatever you refer to it as. So I kind of feel like, especially in this situation, Cancer, you actually may opt for that. It's like, nope, I don't want to do it. I don't know which way to go. Let me give it a little bit more time, a little bit more information, and we'll see what happens. And at the end of the day, that actually may be the best approach, because you see here that God kind of throws you a bone, right? You see God, you know, kind of throws you a Hail Mary with this particular person or situation, and it actually, you know, pans out, or you actually start seeing results. Okay, so let's look at this from the top. We have the Knight of Pentacles with the Chariot, right? Again, the card of Cancer. This is, of course, moving forward victoriously. Everything is going fine. You know, I like the pace. I like the flow. We're headed in a great direction. I'm enjoying the ride. I'm enjoying the scenery. You know, things are kind of looking up. I feel like, you know, this is definitely something that's worth my time, my energy, my effort, and maybe even my money. Okay? But I kind of feel like, I'm sorry. With these two cards here, it's almost like I feel like there was some dumbass conflict. Like something came up and somebody made the dumbest decision on the planet, right? And if they didn't, they could have recovered from this, right? It was almost like that person there in the center, he might have just been swatting a fly around everybody, but because of that one action, he caused this ridiculous reaction. Now everything around him is in disarray, right? So I kind of feel like, especially Cancer, you could have had something like that happen. And what did you do? Knee jerk reaction. Cut them out, cut them off, get rid of them. Cut them out, cut them off, get rid of them. I'm not talking to them. I'm not thinking about them. I'm going to go ahead and write them off. Okay? Because again, this is still controversy nonetheless. We don't necessarily know what the mental thought was behind that action, but unfortunately, it caused a reaction that was enough to, say, for instance, trigger you into removing, dismissing, or getting rid of their asses. I'm sorry, keeping it real. Okay? So here's the conundrum, right? Here's the pickle in this whole situation. I kind of feel like, to an extent, a lot of you guys were happy with this person. Like I said, you were happy with how everything was going. It was progressing along. It was great. You were enjoying yourself. You felt very comfortable with this person. You felt like this was one of your people. You felt, it was almost like they balanced you. They settled mind, body, spirit. They were in alignment with all of that, right? But because whatever this was, it has you now like, look, let me cut my losses now before something else crazy goes on later. Because at the end of the day, you do have to say to yourself, okay, if you made a minor stupid decision and it created this much upheaval, I don't want to be around you when you make like a major decision that may cause a domino effect and mess up my whole stuff. You know what I mean? So I kind of feel like you're making an executive decision here to pretty much cut your losses and move on, right? But of course, with any decision, that's gonna cause some sort of deliberation. You could be stuck in your head about, damn, did I make the right decision? Damn, well, yeah, what they did was minor, but was it enough to like punish them the way that I did? So I do kind of feel like whatever those thoughts are that you're having, kind of going back and forth, has you in a position of not only being stuck, but then of course later on not wanting to make the decision yourself. It's almost like this is my card of allowing the universe to make the decision for you, right? Because not only is she blindfolded, but she's got both swords blocking her forward progress, right? So it's almost like, dag, do I, as you kind of sit and continue to deliberate and kind of go back and forth, angels are saying be very careful about the stories that you tell yourself. We don't want you speaking negatively about you or the person, the situation, the incident. Please understand, nothing happens by accident in this universe. So if whatever this situation was, if it actually did happen, it happened for a purpose. It might have been that person's wake-up call to get their stuff right and stop doing stupid stuff. But then not only that, a huge lesson that says, again, every action has a reaction. It creates rippling effects in other areas of your life. You know what I mean? I do kind of feel, especially with these two cards here, it was almost like an abrupt ending. These two cards to me would be the equivalent of the Tower, because it was almost like it was still blossoming. It was still new. It was still fresh. It was still growing. And then all of a sudden, I'm here. I'm here in a place where, I basically had to shut down mind, body, spirit, especially when it came to this person and whatever this situation was. So what do? Right? Angels are saying, and I love this answer for you, Cancer, right? Keep going. Don't get hung up on this stuff, right? Whatever the decision was, like I said, you might have been the catalyst for this person's lesson themselves. If it was meant to be, it will happen, right? This is the meant to be, the stability, the security, the decision, the commitment, right? And this is forward progress towards that commitment. So God, angels, and universe is saying to you, Cancer, don't worry about this. It didn't kind of quote unquote mess up your chances. The only thing is, did it mess up your chances with this person, or did you do the right thing by cutting them off? Or did it not mess up your chances at love, and you'll move on and move away from this into something better, right? That's the answer. Basically, there's nothing for you to do. There is no decision to make. It was almost like if the universe caused this, then there's no decision for you to make, right? Not only that, but this is also a universal reward that basically says, good job. You might have wound up here temporarily, momentarily, but you made your way out of it. You kept your eyes on the prize, what you want, what you needed, what you desired. You kept moving towards it, and we're going to reward you and repay you, right? We're going to reward you and repay you. Now, say for instance that we see the Queen of Swords there again, the riffraff. This to me was only almost like a test, for that X type of behavior, as in the behavior that your ex might have exhibited, right? It was almost like, okay, we're going to send you that same behavior again in a different package, and we're going to see what you do. Do you continue on and take the L? You know what I mean? And hang out and keep this person in your life? Or do you cut them off and keep it pushing? You see what I mean? And I feel like Cancer, you cut them off and kept it pushing. And the universe is now saying, good job. There's nothing else for you to do. Here's your coin. Okay? In the future, cut them off and keep it pushing. The problem sometimes is that we don't know when enough is enough. We don't know when to get out of a situation, right? My advice to everybody who may be, facing some sort of problem where they don't know what decision to make, whether to stay or to go, is very, very, very simple. It's based on a 2-factor answer. Number 1, are your needs being met? Not your wants, your needs. Are they being met? And then the second thing is this situation bringing you happiness and peace? If the answer to both of those questions is no, get the hell out of Dodge. If one of those answers is yes, don't do anything. Allow the universe to present more information to you, whether or not to go or to stay. If they present a new opportunity, that could be an indication, hey, it's time to leave this behind. And that's my message for you, Cancer. It's time to leave the old, outdated, bullshit behavior behind. Okay? You've elevated, you've grown, you've healed. Leave it behind. All right, guys, if this does resonate, you know what to do. Give the video a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Love you guys. Thanks. Bye.